All right, boys and girls, guess what it's time for? Let's see if I can get this to work.
Words. Words. Words.
Brought to you by Hamlet. This is Java. She's going to be real helpful today, I can tell. All right, so this is the last set of words, and it will be tested on the day of your final. All right, we're going to start off with abnegate. And abnegate is a verb which means to deny, renounce, or to surrender or relinquish. So you can abnegate the throne. Java is failing to abnegate her spot here where she thinks she needs to sit. Abnegate. All right. Our next word is cabal, which is a small group of people who work together secretly. Let me think. How could we use this? There will be a cabal of people. Well, I can't give away 1984 game secrets yet. Never mind. Cabal, just know that. A small group of people who work together secretly. I'm getting lots of cat help here. Here we go. Captious. An ill-natured tendency to find faults, intended to confuse or trap in an argument. I think about trap and capture, so that might be easy for you to remember. This is Odin right here. Like I said, lots of kitty help tonight. Captious. Okay, don't be captious. I try not to be captious when I grade your papers, as in ill-natured tendency to find faults. I try not to do that. Depends on how much I like you. I'm kidding. Okay, castigate. Woo! To criticize harshly. I try not to castigate anyone when I'm grading them. Just gentle nudges in the right direction or a better direction. Okay, castigate. Java is now chewing on my strings. Very, very helpful here. All right. Seriously, cat, move. All right, our next word is cathexis, which I just think is a really cool word. And it means an investment of emotional or mental energy in a person, object, or idea. And I think about this for some reason with all of my stuffed animals when I was a child. I thought that they were fully aware, sentient beings, and I had a total emotional investment in them, but they really are objects, so cathexis. But I also think, like, if you are emotionally invested in a cause, like me and cats, and animal rescue, that would also be an investment in an idea. Cathexis. All right, the next word is concomitant, which just is a fancy word of saying happening at the same time as something else. So concomitant with me doing this video, the cat is sitting here watching and waiting to walk across the laptop. Yeah. Concomitant. Such a cool word. I mean, why would you not want to use that word? All right. Today we have desuetude, which means in a state of disuse or no longer in use. So, for example, I can think about many things from my teenage years where, like, cassette tapes, LP records, they're all in a state of desuetude. VHS tapes, their desuetude makes them hard to find these days. So, no longer in use. Fractious means you are a troublemaker or full of anger and disagreement. And the way I remember this is you create fractures if you are full of anger and disagreement, okay? Or maybe even fractions make you feel full of anger and disagreement. I don't know. All right, she's gonna walk across this and turn it off. Histrionic is our next word, and it's an adjective that just means overly dramatic or way too emotional. So, for example, when the girl got a B on her test, her histrionic behavior did not convince the teacher to change it. You also often hear it as histrionics as a noun. So her histrionics were over the top, too dramatic or emotional. It's like every boyfriend I've ever broken up with, too histrionic when I dump his behind. All right. All right. To inculcate, that's a verb. It means to cause something to be learned by repeating it again and again. Inculcate. To cause something to be learned by repeating it again and again. Inculcate. To cause something to be learned by repeating it again and again. Do you see what I did there? I'm doing it. I'm repeating it again and again, and maybe you'll learn it. It's also, you'll hear this a lot like with like sects or something or cults, where they inculcate their members by making them learn. Yeah, okay, you got it. Let's see. Our next word, intransigent, is completely unwilling to change or stubborn. Okay, right now Java is being a bit intransigent because she is being stubborn in wanting to sit on my laptop. Intransigent. Intransigence is the noun form. It's not a quality you probably want in a mate. Lassitude. I think this is a perfect word for this time of year. It means lacking physical or mental energy, weary and tired. I think we are, and this is a noun. It's not something you wouldn't describe someone as being lassitude, but they have lassitude. Okay, so the seniors' lassitude at this time of year is exhausting even to the teachers. Actually, the teacher's lassitude is exhausting even to the teachers, so if that makes sense. Maybe it just, yeah. Okay. Lugubrious means sad or sorrowful, but especially in an exaggerated or insincere way. So you generally don't want to use this word when you're describing someone who is like genuinely, honestly sad or sorrowful. These are the people that overact. Maybe they're being a bit too histrionic. Yeah, that was like 2 minutes ago. Yeah, you know what it means. Oh, this is a really cool word. This is so much better than what it will replace. Okay, mea culpa. It is a formal acknowledgement, oops, of personal fault or error. It's like a fancy way of saying my bad. So you would say, oh, mea culpa, I got the T in the wrong place on acknowledgement. Mea culpa. All right? Mien is a person's appearance or expression, but usually in reference to how it shows us their attitude or personality. So his mien told me as he walked in the door that he was not feeling good today. So I asked him if he wanted to take the test another day. Or his mien as he walked in the door told me he probably just got accepted to Harvard and was pretty happy. There's isosceles in the background, if you can see. Whoops, if I can point to the right place. That's isosceles jumping around over there. All right. A proclivity is a noun. It's a natural liking or tendency to do something, but it's usually something that's like not good. You don't generally say, oh, he has a proclivity for doing kind acts and studying hard. That's not generally how it's used. It would be like he has a proclivity for drinking and doing cocaine or something like that, or some other bad thing. Okay. To proselytize means, it's a verb, and it means to try to persuade people to join a religion, a group, or a cause. Okay? Ooh, there I am. So this would be a verb you'd use when like people come to your door and they're knocking on the door trying to hand you those like booklets. They're proselytizing. Or if, for example, some teacher started going off about their political party and talking about how good it was and how bad the other party was, it could be considered proselytizing. Oh, this is such a cool word too. Quid pro quo. It's a Latin phrase, and it just means something given or taken in exchange for something else, and usually kind of equal. So let's think. Generally speaking, like I'm doing some Secret Santas right now. Generally speaking, Secret Santas don't work out quid pro quo. Or my parents gave me a new washer, which was quid pro quo with the deep freeze I gave them. I'm stretching. All right. All right. This is a perfect word for right now. Tractable means easily managed or controlled or willing to be guided and taught. Yeah. The second one is a good thing. Well, they're actually both good, fairly tractable. My cat, Java, right now is not tractable because she's now tearing up all of the used words and refuses to be guided or taught. So she's not tractable. If you ever have to babysit, you better hope those kids are tractable. All right, here we go. Turpitude. This is a noun, and it means a very vile, depraved, shameful character, like a characteristic or a trait. So you usually hear this in the context of he was in a state of turpitude, meaning total depravity, total abysmal whatever. Sorry, there's a cat doing something strange behind me. All right, now we get to our fun words. Even more fun words, I should say. Our first one is collywobbles, and it just means a stomach ache, a belly ache, pains in the stomach. So if you come in, you had some lunch down in the cafeteria, you might have the collywobbles afterwards. Sounds much better than stomach ache. Collywobbles. Whoop. All right, our next one, this one everyone should get this one. If you miss this one, I'm seriously kicking you out of my class. Lardaceous, which means resembling lard. Okay, if you really want to, insult someone at some point, just say, your lardaceous posterior, because you'd be basically calling them a lard ass. Okay? But it sounds so much nicer. All right, these are the kind of people I hate. This was my last boyfriend, a mumpsimus, a stubborn person who insists on making an error in spite of being shown, should be shown, that it is wrong. Okay? You know these people. Everybody knows these people. Okay? You show them exactly how, this is really helpful. You show them exactly like the proof to the geometry thing, but they go on insisting that they are right, even though they're not. Mumpsimus. Now you have a word for it. All right. A susurration, this is such a cool word, is a whispering sound. Susurration. It's probably easy to remember if you think of sus. And if you want to use it as an adjective, it's susurrus. Susurrus. Isn't that cool? Here. This is isosceles. See how he's got a little triangle on his head? That's why his name is isosceles. He's also got these great paws with these black pads. Isn't that cool? Yeah, he's cool. All right, there's another of my cats. All right, our last word is widdershins. And it's just a cool kind of British sounding term that's like in a left-handed or contrary direction, counterclockwise. And if I wasn't, I think I'm actually going clockwise right now, maybe this way. I can't really tell because I'm looking at myself opposite, like in a mirror. But so if you wanted someone to turn left-handed, make a left-hand turn, you could say, to widdershins. Widdershins. All right, that's it for vocab for this semester. Peace out.